Hello, everyone. Marty Chinesky here, along with my good buddy Ken Brown. We are your hosts of Local Sports Wrap-Up. Today it's January 21st, and it's cold.
Yeah, it's a little
It
cold.
is cold. 5 degrees. They closed the schools. I don't recall ever schools closing when I was young, but again, I'm old.
Yeah. And we walk to school, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. But I guess there's still kids that get at the bus stop and different walks, so.
So it's been a week. Lots happened. Our beloved Lions are no longer in the picture. Poor game plan, that's all I'm going to say. My armchair analysis is we should have controlled the ball for the whole time and not let them have it. And I guarantee you that is what the Eagles are going to do because, as you mentioned earlier, they just lost to them towards the end of the season and helped propel the Washington team into the playoffs.
That's right. They beat them, I think, 36-33 going into the last seconds. But the Hurts kid that got hurt for Philly. So I agree with you, man. The Lions should have ran the ball a lot more.
Just held
They were
it.
getting 5 or 6 yards a pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't rocket science.
Just hold it, especially that turnover in the first quarter when it was 7-3. It could have been 14-3. Just run off 3 or 4 more minutes, go up 14-3, and then it's your game. Instead, oh well.
Do you
Always
think,
next year. Us Lions fans have heard that for a long time.
you know what the saddest part is? It's like if they could have won a Super Bowl with this coaching staff, with this team, then it would seem all worth it. But now they're today, the offensive coordinator goes to the Bears.
Yep.
The defensive coordinator is either going to go to the Saints or the Jets. So now it's next man up on the coaching staff, and you didn't even win a ship. So it's kind of, I know they're sad, man. They're feeling it. And is it too soon for to talk to Lion fan about different stuff? Or I haven't reached out to any of my buddies.
It's not too soon.
Okay.
Diehards. Well, we'll start basketball. High school season has kicked off tremendously. We have some scores from last Friday, and we also have some scores. Unfortunately, the Bears, the boys team, they still haven't got a victory, as far as we know. They are now 0-11 or something along those lines.
Yeah, it's either 11-12. But the good news is they may have their first victory right now because they're playing at 6 o'clock today, unless it's canceled because of the weather.
Today's games were canceled.
Oh, dang. They didn't win then.
Tomorrow's games will be in full force, even though there's no school. I do have games like Cabrini won last week, 71-34 over Chesterfield. Gabriel Richard beat Dearborn Divine Child, 85-50. That was a rivalry. Yeah. Those two schools do not like each other.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? Gabriel Richard gave them that business. They beat them by 35. That's a tough dude for your rival.
That's right.
Yep. I got Henry Ford Academy beating Melvindale ABT 48-43. Then E-Course almost did the same thing that Riverview did to get Divine Child. They beat Detroit Leadership Academy 82-50. And then Romulus Summit Academy North had 60, and they beat UPrep from Detroit 60-47.
Yep, and these are all boys' scores. Trenton took care of Groseville 62-38. New Boston Huron 64. Carleton Airport 46. And I'm seeing a pattern here. There aren't many close games. Trenton took care of Groseville 62-38. But then Riverview snuck by Flat Rock 49-46.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Then we get to the girls' side of the game. And Cabrini took care of Madison Heights Bishop Foley 43-33.
Yep. The ladies Gibraltar Carlson whooped up on Riverview Gabriel Richard 55-26.
Nice. That's a solid program, though, without a doubt. We have Romulus Summit Academy took care of Detroit Lincoln 55-18. Shame on the kids in Detroit Lincoln.
I got Jackson Lumen Christie beating Dearborn Divine Child 54-36.
And I got Carleton Airport on the girls' side took care of our Bears, our Lady Bears, 40-18. That we've got a few other Lady Bears scores, don't we?
Yeah, we got some more.
They were 6-3 when we got into the break. Yeah. I mean, from last week.
Yeah, So last week they actually had a good game against Trenton. Wyandotte Roosevelt girls defeated Trenton 45-38. That made them go to 6-3. In that game, we actually had Annie Ziegler had 16 points, Hannah Parrish had 11, and Haley Parrish, I'm sure they're kin, had 10. Bet you they're sisters. So the Bears were 6-3. They did lose a game after that to Airport that we talked about. They lost 40-18, so that wasn't a good one.
Cellophane rim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easy for you to say.
it is.
Yeah, but no, yeah, they couldn't make a bucket.
Yeah.
It was covered. I got you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was covered up.
Carlson took care of Gabriel Richard 55-26, and Woodhaven took care of Allen Park 44-18 on the girls' side.
Wyandotte girls will be back in business on January the 23rd. They'll actually get an opportunity to go up against the ladies from Allen Park.
Oh, well, that should be a win because they didn't score much. So yeah, the basketball season is kicking off. Big night in hockey. Big night in hockey. When we left, the Bears, the boys team was like 3-6, somewhere along there, or 5-7, and now they're currently 9-8. They went on a four out of 5 game winning streak there. They won 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I remember the one show we talked about. They won one, lost one, won one, lost
Right.
one. They kept going back and forth, and then they lost 2 in a row, right? So that was 5-5, 5-7, and now they
Yeah.
won 4 out of 5.
Yeah, they took care of Southgate 6-2, and they took care of Carlson 3-1. When they took care of Carlson 3-1, Evan Kelly, our goalie, he made 47 saves in that game, and the game was in Carlson.
Yeah, and Evans, only a sophomore, he got 17 saves in the third period.
Nice.
So they were rifling him at him all day. It's a close game. So he really, what do you call it, standing on his head?
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what
standing
they
on
call
his
it,
head, yeah.
standing on his head. Sometimes, a good goalie will make up for a poor team in front of him. Like you said, they alternated wins and losses. 47 saves. The goals were scored. This kid, Eli Harrell, I'm going to say this. He had a 5-goal game earlier against Divine Child, and he opened up the game scoring unassisted less than 5 minutes in the first period.
Yeah.
Must have got a loose puck and broke in and scored. Then Carlson scored to tie it in the early minutes of the second period, and then the kid scored 2 goals in less than 90 seconds in the third period for the 3-1 lead. And then, Carlson probably pulled their goalie towards the end there, tried to get, equalizer, and yet we didn't get an empty netter. But didn't need one.
Right. So, but Eli, like you said, he had all 3 goals, so he got the hat trick, right? Him and the goalie, they're both sophomores, and the 2 guys, Ethan Ivedy and Logan Stone. I think that's a great name. Logan Stone accounted for 2 of the 3 assists to Harold.
Nice.
And they're sophomores as well. So you already got 4 sophomores that are getting a lot of time and doing their thing. So that's cool.
And it says here that there are only 3 seniors on the roster. So that's looking good for the Bears.
Yeah.
I like it. Now, the netminder Keegan Moore, he had a strong game himself for the Marauders, but he stopped 35 of the 38 shots. And coming up, Roosevelt will have, they got a week off before January 22nd, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
They will be hosting Allen Park, who they beat in that tournament at Christmas in overtime, 4-3.
No. Hey, I think it's cool, Coach. I actually went to my first high school hockey game this week to watch Downriver United. My little cousin plays for the Dearborn portion of the Downriver United, and they won 6-1. And even though it was 6-1, I know I didn't see as many shots that were peppered at the Wyandotte goalie as well as the Trenton. Who they play? Trenton. goalie.
That game, Carlson.
Carlson, yeah. So, I mean, they had like upward to 80 shots in that game. And even though they scored 6, and they had a guy that had a hat trick, and Jacob got a goal, my little cousin. But
His first?
His first, yeah.
Hey, you get that puck, I can mount it for him.
Oh, yeah?
I'll put it on a thing saying Jacob's first goal.
Let me
You
do it.
get a hold of that puck, man.
Yeah, let me get one.
Yeah, why not?
That would be cool. So, no, man, I'm just saying that's a lot of shots on goal. It looks like it. Those goalies were busy.
Yeah. And how cool was it? I mean, music blasting, right? You got all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's a well-oiled machine, isn't it?
Yeah, they made it really nice, and Southgate does it, I'm sure, for a long time. The Otters, it looks like, must be the Little League team that is popular over there.
Well, I got a little competitive cheer since we're in the middle of that season, too. Carlson edges fellow state power Rochester for top scorer at annual Christensen Classic. This is hosted by Gibraltar Carlson, and they had a final 3-round score of 795-26, and Rochester was at 793-68. And once again, I'm a little critical about things that have to be judged.
Yeah.
But if you know what you're looking for in the judges, I mean, as a ref, as an umpire, I always did the best I could. I'm sure the judges are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You hope.
No, I think that the thing that I noticed about that, it said, and we know that Carlson is good, as well as Wyandotte came in third in one of the events this weekend, a competitive cheer. But it said that they set a record in that. They set a record, a 3-round score. It says, in fact, Carlson set a new season high mark in all 3 rounds on Friday. Owners of the top average 3-round score in the state, regardless of division. The ladies in blue and white are sporting an average of 786.
Wow.
Through competitive winter. So
that's pretty wild.
Go Carlson.
Yeah, and I guess Rochester also had their high single season scores in each round. So that's pretty cool. And the D2 competition, Anderson also did the same thing. They turned their best performance of the season. So it was either a hot court or it was hot judges.
Yeah, they were pretty generous, huh?
Well, it is what it is.
But I think when the competition comes and it's really like super competitive, you step up and you do the best that you can. And kind of why you guys were disappointed in the Lions.
Yeah, that's
It's too early.
It's too early. It's not too early. It's 3 days. I'm over it.
Okay.
The Wings, I'm over it. Interesting factoid. I pulled this article up just because multi-sport participation rate in high school sports, which for those that wouldn't know what that means, that is if your kid plays more than one sport. And that those numbers are continually increasing for the last 6 years. But it's an interesting article because, as it says, nearly 45% of athletes at member high schools participated in more than one sport, while the entirety of the study continues to show that percentages of multi-sport athletes for all 4 classes have grown during the 6 years this topic has been studied.
Yeah. But I think, and you may think this as well from our talks before, but we believe when we were younger, we played more sports. There was no specialty. As the seasons change, you change with it. And so in the fall, you may be a football person. Then in the winter, you'd be basketball. And then it's going to be spring, you'll be baseball or
we
track
played
or
them all. I mean, we played. If we weren't playing them, we were playing them pickup.
Yeah.
We were playing basketball and we were playing pickup baseball and we were playing football in front of the school. Yeah. Tackle with no equipment. I mean, that's all we did. Yeah, Parents threw us out of the house, man.
And even our kids. So we're from a generation that played multiple sports, and then our kids, Julia played multiple sports. Yeah. You know what I mean? Kennedy played multiple sports. Kayla, whose birthday.
Happy birthday, Kayla.
Kayla.
Should have started the show with that.
Yeah.
23, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
It's the Michael Jordan year.
It's the Jordan year.
Yes.
It's the Jordan year, 23. Happy birthday. Calvin knows. Yeah. Calvin says happy birthday too, Kayla.
Yeah, they know Calvin. It says 44%. This is the interesting part. Class A has risen from 35% in 2017 to 38. So that's only 3.
Yeah.
Class B from 46 to 48. Class C from 55 to 59, and Class D from 58 to 63% over those 6 years. Now, what do you think about that pattern?
Yeah, I think it's showing us that those smaller schools, that those kids are playing more sports,
And they have to.
and they have to to fill a team.
Correct. That's probably some of it's necessity, because you get into the Class A's, and the football player might wrestle, but then that's it. He's all football.
Yeah.
You know, because they want to build a powerhouse there, and that Class A kid is thinking, I could play college. You know, there are not a lot of Class D kids could probably get to that second rank. I'm sure some do.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, but it's more. It's way more. But I would also think that kids that play like sports that only have a few players have to play multiple sports. So, example, basketball. There's only going to be 14 or 15 kids on the basketball team. Generally, a basketball player would have to do cross country in the fall or football in the fall. They have to do another sport getting ready to that sport. So those are the ones that are kind of, I don't want to say the sweet spot, but it's only 15 of them. You know, track teams can be huge, right? You can have hundreds of kids playing track. So that's going to be one of your second sports.
Yeah.
You know.
Even if you're just like throwing a discus or something.
Correct. You know.
Interesting. The top 10% in their respective classes: Battle Creek, Harper Creek, Detroit Cody, Grand Rapids, Northview. They're in the top 10%. Decatur, East Grand Rapids, Manton, Parma Western, Warren, Michigan Collegiate. Those are top 10% of multiple sport playing athletes. Interesting.
Now, the monster of them all, though, Class A, right?
Yes.
Class A. The monster of them all must be part of the curriculum to play multiple sports. At L'Anse Creuse North, 94% of the people are playing multiple sports.
Either it's a very small school, but it can't be.
It's Class A.
Wow.
School.
Battle Creek, Harper Creek is 72%. Very good. Now, the Class D schools that are at not but higher than 90%. Gaylord, St. Mary, Lake Leland, all St. Mary, Wyoming, West Michigan, Lutheran, and Deckerville. So these are all northern.
Yeah, they got to play multiple.
Yeah,
Right.
You just got to think that it's Class D. They don't have a lot of enrollment.
Yeah.
But it's nice that the numbers are going up, because I encourage even my bowlers. You know, give me some softball players that aren't doing anything. You know, give me some, if you're a basketball player, you can't bowl
Right.
at the same time.
Same time.
But you're a volleyball player, come on down.
Yeah, you want to get some of those athletes in there. I know what
I
you're
wanna
saying.
get
Yeah,
them athletes
you
in
teach
there.
them the rest.
And we can talk bowling now, because
go
I
bowling.
have some statistics.
Okay.
The first of all, we'll start with the boys varsity. Nice article in the Mellis. The boys are 9-0, as are the girls. Wyandotte is leading the league on both sides of the coin, and Wyandotte is 9-0. Their second place team is Taylor, who's 8-1, followed by Carlson, who's 7-2. Leading the way for Wyandotte is Connor Beto. If you remember that name, Connor Beto plays football. He's a safety or a cornerback for the football team, and he has got one more year of bowling and football, and he is averaging 200 through 14 games, leading the way. Right behind him at $185 is Peyton Webster. He's averaging through 11 games, 185, and then that followed up by Aiden McLaughlin, who's at $170. Oh no, $177 is Wyatt Eisenegger, who's excuse me, he's the little brother of Ellie, my pitcher, yeah. So the boys are got a big match. We're playing. Who are we playing tomorrow? We are playing Carlson. So the boys got a big match tomorrow against Carlson. Girls, on the other hand, and this is the stat I like most, we're 9-0, but we have knocked down 1,300 more pins than our nearest rival.
1,300.
Yes. And I'm looking at the boys thing here, and they don't even have the most total pins. They're 500. Taylor's knocked down 500 more pins than our boys overall, but it's when you knock them down more than how many you knock down.
Okay.
We have Oh, I don't know if they have a guy on the high game or high series. Let's see. Oh, Connor Beto has a third high game of the season. He shot 258, and he's got the third highest season of the series of the season at 470 for 2 games. Not bad.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Keegan McLean shot 258 last Thursday over at Thunderbolt, and with a 480 series,
Woo.
which she is almost. Oh,
She's
she'd be
better
in
than
third
him.
place on the
Yeah,
boys'
she's
side.
doing it.
Nice shooting, Keegan. She was dialed in that day, and she had an open frame, 480 with an open frame. Then Ellie Eisenegger has a third high series at 4.25. Very good. You know, as far as high games go, Keegan McLean has the high game with 258. Aria Ragland is second with 236, and Emma Opalka is tied with third with 234. Now, leading the way for our Lady Bears, no surprise, Keegan McLean through 18 games is averaging 196.
Woo.
That 480 series helped tremendously. Ellie Eisenegger is through 17 games is at 165.
Okay.
Now, some of these coaches, if their superstars are having a bad game, they'll yank them. It's a split game, then it doesn't count to their average. I don't play those games. You're struggling, figure it out. I'll help you. You know, if you'll listen,
Sure.
I'll help you. But yeah, Ellie's at 165, and then we're steady through the mix here. Madison Dufault's 157, Malin Ellis 150, Megan Murray 153. That's my starting 5. So we're solid. Big match though coming up. We got to play Carlson, who's in second place at 7-2.
Okay.
We do have a cushion, but we bowl them once, and then we have a position round also through the year. Everyone else has 3 losses or 4 losses. And I was all worried about Woodhaven last week. Yeah, we beat them 22-8. It wasn't as close as I
thought it may be.
Yeah, I was a little more worried. And then we had a tournament at Woodhaven, and we didn't bowl well at all. We got knocked out in the first round.
That was over
I
the
didn't
weekend.
have them ready. Coach will take the blame like Dan Campbell did. I will take the blame. I did not have them ready. You know, there were only 6 teams on the girls' side. The tournament, for some reason, lost a couple of things, and they didn't tell us that until we got there. So everybody made the roll-off. Top 2 seeds got a bye. So I kind of went into it as such. You know, girls, they don't even worry about it, you know, so they kind of went into it as such.
Gotcha.
And you can't do that as a coach. You got to say, hey, you know, let's be top qualifier. You know, yeah. I wasn't feeling good, though. I'm still not feeling good. And, yeah, I was like, why am I here? You know. Now, there's a nice tournament February 1st. We've never bowled in. Divine Child hosts one. Got 24 teams. And only the top 2 walk out with anything, you know. I might enter that one just to see how we stand.
Okay.
You know, there'd be a lot of Catholic League schools there, but still, I might enter that one.
You should. Ramp it up.
Yeah,
See what they got.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
So the bowling team's solid, and hopefully we'll stay undefeated with tomorrow's match.
And now to the water. We have Aquaman. Aquaman. Brendan McCurry. All right.
Mercuria?
Mercuria?
Yeah, Mercuria.
Okay.
Freshman.
He's a freshman.
Wow.
Broke the 500 freestyle and the 100 backstroke within 2 meets. 500 freestyle record was from 1989.
Nice.
New record is 5 minutes, 22 seconds, .29.
Wow.
100 backstroke record was from 2003. Brendan rebroke his own record that he did the week before. He did that in a minute. And he's already made the Michigan cut time, the high school qualification cut time.
Yeah, the way swimming works is if you do post the time during the season, you'll be at the state finals, or you'll be at regionals.
Yeah.
Not state finals. They wouldn't go that far.
Right. He's already qualified, though,
Right.
to go in. And he's a freshman, as Coach mentioned. And I think the coolest thing, he was Athlete of the Week. It says a great teammate. And he's a fish. And after reading a little more, guess what? The fish has a brother that's on that team as well.
Oh yeah, it's funny that the record that he set, that's back from 1989, it doesn't show that the freestyle record is quick enough to get him into the qualifying just yet.
That's true.
Yeah, wow, because that's an old record, 89, dude.
Yeah. So his brother is Emerson, and him, Brandon, Keegan, Simmons, and Eli were the 200 medley team, and they won the 200 medley.
All right, if you want to get a hold of us at localsportswrapup@gmail.com. Like I said, I check that all the time. That's where my where all my casino stuff actually goes to that email.
So his actions at.
And yeah, but anyway, you want to got anything that any of your kids, or if you're a coach and your kids have done something great, email us. We'll talk about all downriver. It doesn't just have to be Wyandotte. We like to single out Wyandotte, but we don't just look for Wyandotte.
That's right.
So, well, we got 4 teams left. You got the Eagles and Washington. I think the Eagles are going to play smart and keep the ball. Then that other side, the only team that beat KC gets to go into KC. What do you think about that one?
I'm kind of rooting for Mahomes and Reed. Probably 3 in a row. No dog in the fight right now, so that's probably the one.
I bet $10 on the Lions to win the Super Bowl, and they were offering me a buyout, and I wouldn't take it. I said something fantastic's going to happen.
Yeah.
And they still got Kansas City. I put 5 on them. I think I'll win $25 or something,
That's a good bet.
But right now, I think I could buy out at $8. Cash out, cash out, cash out.
Hey,
Get something.
Get something. Get something.
All right, I'm Marty. That's Ken. We will see you next week. Hi, Mom, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kayla. Enjoy it.
To Michael Jordan, 23.
23.
23.
Beautiful lady. Appreciate it.
Oh, yes, you got a good kid there. 2 of them.
That's right.
Well, you do have 4.
Yeah,
but-
that's it.